Welcome back, everybody, to Man vs. Lion, episode 15. We got an absolutely amazing show for you today. Per usual, we got a die-hard Alabama fan on, a die-hard Georgia fan on. We're just going to let them rip at each other a little bit today. We're going to talk about how bad of a week it was for our last week. Can't avoid it. But besides that, let's go. Man, it is here. Championship week is here. Mal, I'm going to ask you first, how are you feeling?
Locked in. It's game time. It's game week. They don't fucking know. They don't know what's coming. It's gonna be a slacking come Saturday, and I'm gonna be there to watch this shit. And whatever you got, put it on the dogs. That's all I'm saying right now.
All right, now I'm going to take it over to our resident diehard Alabama fan and longtime friend of the show, Jackson Elkins. How do you feel, my buddy?
Nobody cares how he feels.
I don't care how the dogs feel, and I don't really care how anyone else really feels about Alabama. This team has battled a lot of emotion, and, we won our most important game of the year last week, and the emotions are flying high. In a game where anything can happen, we've played in this game plenty of times, man. We are not worried. We will field anybody, and we will play against anybody right now. This team is not worried about
feel
that.
At home in the dome.
That is our stadium. Georgia's does not want a meaningful game there. So,
tensions are already coming up a little bit. I'll tell you about myself. I'm great. I'm a Tennessee fan. Our coach isn't leaving. We're on the up and up. We should go 10-2 or 9-3 next year. It's going to be absolutely wonderful.
How about them balls getting in there? They'll have a fun time when they get in there. It'll happen one day.
When it ever happens, I'm getting absolutely just destroyed.
I mean, we've only really lived through like 13, 14, 15 years of just really watching football.
Yeah.
It'll come around. Tennessee will have a chance at the right time. Bama will be so down when I'm 32.
It's all right. Besides that, it's okay. Let's go ahead and hop into a little bit of hot. It's going to be a shorter episode today. You'll see why later, but let's hop into a little bit of college football hot takes. I have one, but I'm going to let Mal take it away for his first college football playoff hot take.
Houston is going to beat Cincinnati.
Yes, me too.
Love it.
The reason I'm saying this is because it's not on my card. You'll see my card whenever it comes around. It's an interesting card. It's not on my card, though. Houston is going to beat Cincinnati. Cincinnati is the little brother that is so close every year to beating the big brother or to just getting to play with the big brother. And every year they find something to mess it up. This year, Houston's going to play spoiler to Cincinnati's hopes, their dreams, and they're out. Oklahoma State's in.
So, question, Mal, do you think that you say they keep getting close? Do you think they get in the playoff, then get just absolutely obliterated?
No, because Luke Fickell's going to Notre Dame.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that's fair. I like that. I think that's a good fit. I think it's a good hire for them if they were to get him. It's so fun not having to worry, just watching all the coaches just keep leaving.
Question: is college football headed to a lockout? Because I'm all the big name MLB players are signing right now because of the lockout. Who the hell said all these coaches had to go ahead and sign before the season was even over? I mean,
right.
I guess National Signing Day, but shit.
I don't know. They're leaving immediately. It's
just glad Cliff Kingsbury is the only one with any sense in Arizona. Every other coach that's gotten a very good offer has just dipped, and it's really upsetting. Genuinely upsetting. To see some of the players' relationships with the coaches just go up in flames like that.
Oh, the Lincoln Riley one was really bad,
and really bad. I would argue the Brian Kelly one's almost
the Brian Kelly one's worse, dude. He scheduled a team meeting for 7:00 and left at 7:11.
Yeah.
He was on a jet at 7-Eleven apparently, and had a team meeting at 7 o'clock.
And he's going to go for a team where the pressure is amplified by so much because
Dude.
an 8-4 season at Notre Dame is not a big deal. Like that's okay, but when you have high expectations at LSU and you go 8-4, you're going to get eaten alive.
Oh,
Might be
please
fascinating.
tell me, did y'all see the hype video that LSU put out?
Oh,
for
bro.
Brian
Whoever
Kelly?
edited that needs to get fired, bro. That's
It
awful.
was the worst video ever. Not only that, like the amount of false hope in that. Was it Marty McGee that literally got on there and was like, "This team will be contending for a national championship next year"?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
wonder how much I paid him to say that.
I legitimately cannot wait to watch Brian Kelly just implode at LSU.
They're going to be questioning
he's
their lives
going-
when they're going to be questioning their lives when the Vols roll into Death Valley. Kick their ass.
He's going to be trying to roll with the Ed Orgeron Go Tigers that's been trademarked. And when the minute he says that, like people are just gonna like crap on him so hard, and it's gonna be so
cringing
funny.
just thinking of him.
I cannot think of him
Have you guys seen all the
saying that,
memes?
dude.
Have you guys seen all the memes about him like eating gumbo like at a recruit's house and all this stuff? Oh, it's hilarious.
This is the same coach in 2012 when Georgia had a very good chance of beating Alabama at the SEC championship. We'll go back, just retrospect here. Georgia would have won the Natty that year against Notre Dame.
Dude,
but I want to close. I want to close this point though. Like we'll talk about Alabama, Georgia, but this same coach, Brian Kelly, in 2012, when he played Alabama, he said, "Hopefully they just don't come out in the second half." We're just beating them that bad.
This is also the same coach that has literally overseen a murder, like
he killed somebody.
Legitimate murder, like legitimately.
But hey, he shot a bird. He's a bad guy.
Also a coach that jokes about executing his players.
Right.
That was so messed up, dude.
Like, I'm gonna have to cut their heads off.
Like even if you are quoting a great coach who made a great joke, you did not deliver the punchline at all. Like that, there was zero. That was an awful delivery, and holy hell, did that sound bad.
Awful.
But yeah, Brian Kelly, if you can't recruit and win at a blue blood like Notre Dame, and yes, Notre Dame is a blue blood of college football, one of the most winningest college football teams of all time.
Absolutely.
What the hell makes you think you're going to be able to go to LSU and recruit in the South against Saban, against Kirby, against the likes, I guess, of Billy Napier now? I mean, shit. Heupel, hell, Harson's in there. Auburn's on the come up. Beamer doesn't bother me at all. Fucking Lane Kiffin, Mike Leach. You're not going to be able to recruit against these guys. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen.
What are you going to say?
I'll say this about Auburn, real quick. They don't recruit at the same level as Georgia or Alabama anymore.
No, not even close.
Alabama and Georgia eat these recruits alive out of the state of Georgia and Florida.
Yeah,
and
they don't recruit the same. But I'm saying like at that same level to where they can still come in and pick off one or two. Brian Kelly won't be able to do that at all. There's no way. I just don't see.
LSU's brand is still huge, so kids will go play there. There's going to be plenty of 4-stars that don't have the opportunity to go play at Alabama or Georgia that have the opportunity to play at LSU. And to be honest, there is no difference between a 4 and a 5-star. It's all about what you do when you get to that level.
Yeah, but if you're a 4, let's say you're a 3 or 4
well, by that logic, there's no difference in any of the stars.
No, there's really not. George Davis was a 3-star.
Yeah.
True.
Lai McConkey didn't have any damn stars.
Unranked, and he's going –
and he will
probably be in the NFL.
He's probably going to end up being one of the best wide receivers in college football in the next 2 years. Just throwing that out there.
But then, I mean, obviously 5-stars, you have the better opportunity going in, but it's all about your attitude in the game. Like Najee, 5-star, and he kept working hard, and great example. Mark Ingram.
Now, are we ready to call Zamir White a bust?
I don't know if I'd call him a bust. He's just really injury ridden. He's a great running back for our system.
Right. I remember coming to high school where I was like Zeus. Then he tore his ACL in high school, and it's just been like,
yeah, and then he did it again. I'm pretty sure.
So. But another thing I want to talk to you guys a little bit about today. Where do we think Spencer Rattler ends up? Maybe the biggest transfer yet, besides Jahmyr Gibbs.
No.
Where do we think Spencer Rattler ends up? Realistically, where do we think he ends up?
Realistically,
I-
I don't think he has a damn shot in hell. Well, do you think Lane Kiffin's ballsy enough to go after him?
He might be. I was thinking that might be a spot for him. He's definitely going to go to the SEC. That's the only place I can see him going.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he had
I
one of the
could-
worst seasons I've seen from a college quarterback in a while.
Man was still like a 5-star Heisman candidate at the beginning of the year. After like
He was the Heisman favorite preseason at one point. And after this year, I would argue he's maybe the third biggest transfer after Zach Evans entered. Zach Evans out of TCU is a beast too.
Evans out of TCU.
Him, Jameer, and Tank Bigsby were the three biggest running backs in that class, and that's just a fact. And two of them are in the transfer portal now. I have to imagine at least one of those end up at Alabama. But this is about Rattler now. Rattler is not Patrick Mahomes. He thinks he's Patrick Mahomes, but I see him. I see Tennessee fans wanting him, and I fancy that because
here's my
he's gonna
2 cents
bust
on that
wherever he
situation.
goes.
Here's my 2 cents. Yeah, it's cool to say like, oh, we might have a Heisman candidate at quarterback, but also the kid's a cancer on any team he's ever been on. So really, I don't really want him. I feel like I would pity whatever school got him. Be like, oh, that sucks. I got that asshole. But yeah, so those are my 2 cents. I don't really want him. I think we're okay. I think things might shake out a little bit better for us in transfer portal this year than they have in the past. People are saying Dylan Gabriel, but I think Dylan Gabriel hates Josh Heupel. I don't think they're close. I don't know if they had a great time at UCF together. So I don't know if that's.
I don't know. Why would y'all go after Hendon Hooker? You develop him in the offseason.
It's not. He's probably going to leave, is what everybody's saying, Mal.
Why would he leave?
I don't know. At the end of the Vandy game, he was like crying with his parents on the field. So it's not a good look.
I mean, why would you leave? You literally have the starting job. You go in, work your ass off in the offseason, like develop. Like he could be a great quarterback if he just goes in and develops under that offense.
I agree.
Like, it's not a.
I mean, hell, he was already a great quarterback this year. He's like QBR was like 120, which is insane.
I'll say one more point about Rattler. It's really easy to just crap on the guy, but he does have very good arm talent, and if he's playing on a team where it's not extremely relied on the quarterback, like if he was playing for Georgia this year, he would look way better
because they don't have to make like 5 or 6 big throws a game.
Oh.
He also his decision making could be better, but it's so easy to
I would never be
crap on the guy. He's got great arm talent, and he has just not looked good, but.
Got you.
He's a good player, though.
I'll say Ole Miss. I really could see him at Ole Miss. Mal, what are you going to say he ends up at?
Dude, that's literally like the only thing. Like, I feel like Lane Kiffin is ballsy enough to take a shot on him.
Yeah.
And just see what happens. I could also see. You think Mike Leach would go after him?
I don't know.
I could. Yeah, Mike Leach would definitely go after him.
I don't.
Those are the only 2 schools in the SEC that I really could see like pursuing him hardcore because of just because their offenses. Like, that's the only 2 teams in the SEC that I really, unless Brian Kelly just is trying to.
I wouldn't put it past old Jimbo.
I wouldn't put it past Jimbo either.
I wouldn't either.
Okay, so let's narrow this down. Jimbo, Brian Kelly, I could see him being like, all right, we gotta make a big play.
Big move.
We gotta make a big move here. We're bringing in Spencer Rattler. But so I wouldn't put it past Brian Kelly. Would not put it past Jimbo. Obviously, Leach, Kiffin.
Honestly, Jimbo is starting. He's starting something big this year. After beating Bama, he's really established the culture at A&M, and they have the number 3 recruiting class coming up behind Bama and Georgia. I think in 2 or 3 years they're in the same boat as Alabama and Georgia, and the West has got a new number 2 that's going to be
also
for a while.
who gets okay. So we bring in Texas and Oklahoma. I think next year. I think they're going to do the buyout. I think they will.
Maybe
they need to hurry because
how do we realign all this? How do we figure out what to do?
It's easy. You put Bama and Auburn in the East.
Yeah,
I think you have to.
I think there's so many more fun ways to go about it that like my
think-
stupid 21-year-old self can imagine. Like
Well,
having
I've also-
4 divisions or something fun.
Yeah, Florida's is like that would be fun. But then that leads into how do you determine the SEC championship? You're not going to do a playoff for the SEC championship because that
You'll
would be
have
damn stupid.
funky crossovers, like
Ridiculous crossovers. I also saw a realignment thing. Where actually I came up with a realignment thing. If you basically take a diagonal line from LSU or from Louisiana and draw it like this up the southeast, you get, I believe, LSU, Auburn, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, and I think
Vandy.
no, I don't know. No, in Kentucky, I believe you get them in the East. Wait, that's right. That's,
Let's kick Vandy
Dude,
out.
I want to
you
give
cannot kick Vandy.
I want to give a huge shout out to Vanderbilt for being the reason why 13 SEC teams are going bowling.
Yeah.
It could not be done without Vandy.
And
It really
Florida
couldn't.
crumbling.
Vanderbilt walks so the rest of the SEC can run.
Yes. Literally gave everybody in the SEC East easy win. 2 SEC West teams easy wins. Just a solid
South
team.
Carolina was a 1-point win.
South Carolina. Shout out to Shane Beamer.
Hey, they got it done.
Voice crack.
They got it done.
They did get it done.
Struggled against Troy. Struggled against all of them. Beat Auburn. Auburn hasn't won since the Braves won the World Series.
How about Florida showing that, you know what, even when we are in complete dismay, we can make a bowl game. So good for them. Good on them.
Had to beat a really tough Florida State team.
Really tough Florida State team. Close game. Good on them.
Good for them. All right, let's not beat around the bush anymore. I'm tired of just not talking about what we're here to talk about, okay? So let's get to our cards. Let's talk about championship weekend. I am so excited to just sit on the couch all weekend and just hang out. By the way, went to Luke Combs' concert last night. Awesome in Madison Square Garden. Awesome show. Guy killed it. Absolutely killed it. Probably the best concert I've ever been to. The Garden was rocking last night. What else do you want to say? Just a great time. But besides that, let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to go ahead. I have, let's see, four college, 3 NFL picks, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and rattle through all my college ones, and we'll just keep doing that. We'll go down the list. I'll let you two guys rip at each other. My first pick this week is Baylor plus 5.5. Can't see Oklahoma State winning 2 big games back-to-back. That's my only reason. I think Baylor was down. I think Baylor's going to come back. I love Baylor plus 5.5 this week. I love Wake plus 3. I just want to see Wake win the championship. That's all. Really don't care. I love Georgia versus Bama over 49.5. I don't know. I just want to cheer for some points. And then I love UGA minus 6.5. And yeah, those are my college picks. So I'll let you two. I'll let Elkins go next.
I'm going to be honest with you right now. That Bama Georgia over does not hit unless Georgia scores about 40-something points.
I love it. I'm cheering for points.
Alrighty, so my first pick starts on Friday, and it's between a team that just got their unbeaten season ruined, and that is the Roadrunners of UT San Antonio. They're plus 2.5, and they're playing a tough Western Kentucky team, but they've had the best year of their existence in FBS, and they are plus money. I want that money line, plus 120. They play Friday night. I don't know much about this team, but they're very good this year, and they have to cap off.
Who are they playing?
They're playing Western Kentucky.
Okay. Oh, they should win that game.
Should.
Yep, they're plus 2.5. I'm taking the money line plus 120. Oregon and Utah
Add that to my card.
They also both play on Friday, and I just don't think Oregon's got they got really behind themselves when they played the first time, and they're gonna get behind themselves again. And Utah's gonna win this game by 7 at least again.
It's hard to beat a team twice unless you're Oregon.
It's not gonna be a blowout, but when you get blown out like that, same philosophy I used last time I was on the show with the Bills-Dolphins pick. Bills destroyed the Dolphins, and it's hard to just come back and, they kept the game close, but Bills still covered. Same philosophy there. Utah's still going to cover. Next pick, we're getting on to Saturday's card here. I got to take the time, man. 6.5. Why not? Just
6.5.
Just sprinkle
Dude,
a little bit.
if you're gonna
Sprinkle a
take
little
it,
bit on
take
there.
money. If you're gonna take it, take money on it.
Let me just play my picks, man. 6.5. That's a lot of points, Mal.
When you can't score, it's not. You bitch.
Y'all aren't gonna score either. I would argue it's almost even. Like
I'm changing to the under.
Oh, that game's going under, Dylan.
That game's going under.
I was cringing when you said that.
But now are we thinking like gamblers? Are we thinking of like bookies?
No, I'm thinking realistically here. Like I said, the only way that game goes over is if Georgia puts up 41 points. Bama doesn't score more than 13.
It's not really close. I mean, Georgia is the best team in the SEC this year, and Alabama is the second best team in the SEC this year, and it's kind of close.
Are y'all though?
Yes, we are. Yes, sure? we won the West. Yes.
Who else would be?
We beat every team neutral site in the SEC, probably other than Georgia, consistently.
All right, I'll give you that.
Playing at A&M's tough at night, and we had Bryce Young is younger than all of us. 2 years younger than y'all, 1 year younger than me.
Yeah.
And he's going to win the Heisman. That's pretty inevitable though. Like he's going to win the Heisman.
I think it also shows like how little, like how. I don't want to say bad, but like there was nobody that really stepped and was like far and away the best player in college football this year.
I agree. This is like the worst year of the Heisman in recent memory.
Like not even trying to shit on Bryce Young.
Bryce is an incredible talent, and
like it's just
as a sophomore, he's been very impressive.
Yeah,
but this would be the year for if Chase Young had been playing this year for a team, he would have won the Heisman.
Jordan Davis needs to get sent to New York. He's not going to win it. They just need to send him to New York.
I think Will Anderson needs to get sent to New York.
He will.
But and I agree, Jordan Davis as well. Those are two two defensive players.
Because the thing about Jordan Davis, you cannot stat Jordan Davis's worth, because I tell you that that man, he eats up 2 blocks every single play and still somehow finds a way to get free. And allows our linebacking core to just run rampant. That man is the reason Georgia has the best defense in the nation.
Yeah, he does a lot for the defense, and it was showed a lot at the next level with Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
same way. Draws triple teams, man. That does so much for a defense.
Oh,
all the way to the cornerbacks.
Question: I can't be the only one that hates Aaron Donald, right?
I
hate the guy.
I really admire his work ethic, and I kind of like.
Yeah, he works hard, but I think he's a scumbag.
Say what you want about him, but he's the best defensive player in football.
Hashtag scumbag of the year.
All right, I'll reel it back into my picks. Just game of 6.5. Could be a backdoor cover, could be whatever. It's gonna be. It's Bryce Young. It's the Heisman. He's gonna put up some points against Georgia. He's gonna score points. We'll get to it, Matt. We'll get to it. Save it.
Yeah, I want y'all to just in a minute. I'll just let y'all rip at each other and just let it fly.
Let's see. Who was supposed to play Michigan in the Big Ten, and then Minnesota won?
Wisconsin.
Iowa now has the opportunity to play Michigan, which is the worst thing that could have happened to Iowa.
Yeah. well, no, you say that. Iowa's about to find their way into a Rose Bowl.
Fair.
I easily could see Michigan choking this one away. I easily could.
If that be so fitting. If that happened, man, I would feel so bad for Bartu.
So fitting.
Dude, if Michigan chokes this, then I don't know what the hell is going to happen in the playoff. Because right now you've got Georgia's a lock no matter what the hell happens Saturday.
Bama, if Bama keeps
Y'all,
Bama
y'all,
keeps
if Bama covers the
Y'all-
spread, if
y'all
Bama
have to
covers the
win.
spread and Michigan loses and Cincinnati loses, Bama's in the playoff.
Let me
Dude,
tell you though,
all y'all have
Elkins, if Michigan loses and you guys lose, you're getting in. And if Cincinnati loses, you guys are getting in. Now, you just need Michigan or Cincinnati to lose.
Yeah.
Either one of those teams lose,
And I'll tell you, Oklahoma
you're good.
State,
And Oklahoma State has to lose.
we've broken their heart before by robbing a spot from them in 2011.
Mhm.
And
Now, here's what's going to be funny. Here's what's going to be really funny. When Georgia beats Alabama by 17 plus points,
still got to finish this card, man.
Let 'em just
Cincinnati.
rattle it off now. Let them just rattle it off.
Rattle it
Let
off. Rattle it off.
Go for it, Elkins.
I'm gonna have my heart broken by Wake Forest again this week, plus money
Fair.
in the ACC championship, and that's it for college.
All right.
And what
I didn't get
we'll
my
finish
NFL
up.
yet. We'll get NFL after we get through the discussion here.
No, I was just going to say, like, when Georgia beats Alabama by 17 points, Cincinnati loses, dude, it's going to be
Who do you put in?
Georgia. It's going to
Who
be
do you put in
Georgia,
at that point?
Georgia, Michigan, Notre Dame, some fucking how. Dude, if Notre Dame finds their way into a playoff without Brian Kelly, I feel like they win first round, right? Like,
Not if they're playing Georgia.
Or Michigan.
they'd be 3, dude. They'd be
Oh, well,
playing
Michigan would be out. Did you say Michigan loses or no?
No, Michigan wins.
Okay,
So
Michigan
Michigan wins. Cincinnati
Michigan,
loses.
Michigan will beat.
Okay, so
whoever they
let's put it
play.
like this: just pure chaos, right? Michigan wins. Georgia beats the shit out of Alabama. Cincinnati loses. Oklahoma State loses. What the hell? What do you do?
I don't know. I hope that's why they get paid the big bucks to figure it out. It's going to be pure chaos. No, I heard you had a rather long card today. Is that true?
I have one pick. One pick for the rest of my life.
What is it? Man?
Everybody knows what that pick. Well, actually, I say one pick. I have 2 picks.
Okay.
The first pick, Georgia, is minus half a point in the first quarter of the SEC championship. I can tell you right now, that's going to hit. Like, no shit. Like, that's going to hit. Bama doesn't score a point in the first quarter. All it takes is 3. That's going to hit. Second, well, I technically have 3 bets. Technically.
Okay.
Earlier last week, I saw Georgia at minus 4. So I went ahead and laid about $300 on it. Yeah. And then I saw them at minus 6.5 after the Auburn game. I was like, you know what? Yeah. I was expecting to go up to, about 9.5. No, 6.5, not enough points. Another $300 on Georgia. And then I saw the minus half a point in the first quarter. I said, I like that. $100 on that. We've got 70 units out on the dogs this Saturday. And I plan on getting all 70 of those back.
70.
I plan on getting all 70
Love
of those
it.
units back. I plan on getting all 70 of those units back.
70 units on the
plus another 69 units. Nice.
Now I've been in your shoes before betting on the Tide, and it feels good when you know you got a great team. It really does. I'm just saying this like genuine outsider perspective. It feels great when you can have that level of confidence in your team.
I told Dylan last night, I said, I should be way more nervous the fact that I have $700 out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel nervous at all. There is no nerve.
There's another guy that has like 90 times the amount of money on the game from California who does not care about Georgia, who is just shitting bricks this morning.
Also, I don't know what this is worth, but some special person has declared this their game of the year. And that special person's 1-0 in game of the years this year. I think we all know who we're talking about. And if you don't,
Big Cat.
Big Cat. Big Cat does not mess around in game of the years. He does not. I think Vegas does not fuck up often, but I think Vegas has recency bias for Alabama, and I think they have fucked up. Excuse my language, but they have fucked up on this, and they're going to get burnt hard.
I don't know, man.
I think it's a fair line. That it's a championship game at the end of the day, and it's going to be competitive. It is going to be competitive. I mean,
just like Georgia Auburn was supposed to be competitive in 2017.
Well, I mean, you can make so many cases for every game. There was games that were supposed to be competitive last week that weren't, but
exactly.
There was also
there were games that shouldn't have been competitive last week that were though.
Yeah, fair.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
It's always competitive though. The Iron Bowl is always competitive unless it's in Tuscaloosa.
You play that game in Tuscaloosa, I don't think it matters this year. Y'all probably win in regular time by 10, but it's still gonna
2 touchdowns. Yeah.
Look,
I'll address a problem we had at right tackle that the GOAT noticed and pulled the kid off the field and put somebody else in and changed everything. Did it kind of late, but we had so much success during the fourth quarter in that game, moving the ball. Against the defense that's pretty tough. I mean, Auburn's probably got a top 5 defense in the SEC.
Oh, yeah.
And, we built a lot of confidence. Bryce Young is more confident than he's been all year after making that drive, so.
I'm just like, the first time Bryce Young gets hit by Nakobe Dean.
They don't care who they're playing. They're just seeing. All Alabama's seeing is numbers on the field. We do not care who's across from us.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. The first time he gets hit, though, that confidence is shit. He's going to realize.
You're so. Oh my god.
He's going to realize what he stepped into. Sorry. He's going to realize what he stepped into. Y'all are stepping into the past 5 years of pure hell y'all given us. It's going to be unloaded Saturday. I hope you realize that. It's unloaded Saturday. If Kirby Smart can beat y'all by 50 points, he will. And he's got the team to do it. It's unloading Saturday, and I hope you understand that.
Best of luck to you. I've
yet to meet a Bama fan that has sounded somewhat confident about this game. Yet to see one.
I am confident about this game. This is the best.
Even you said every single Bama fan, all they say is, "Oh, I hope y'all don't choke it this year," because that's the best y'all can say. Because y'all know Georgia.
I've said that.
Y'all know Georgia has a better team. Georgia knows Georgia has a better team. Saban knows Georgia has a better team, and that's a damn scary thing.
Georgia's had the better team the last 3 meetings.
That's scary I wouldn't say that. It's been pretty damn even. It's far and away. There's no debating this year who has the better team. Y'all know it. Georgia knows it. Kirby knows it. Saban knows it. And when Kirby knows that he's better than Saban and can firmly believe that, I believe that's a damn dangerous thing.
Every coach thinks they're better than the other coach when it comes down to whatever anyone's talking about. But Saban,
there's no
Saban's
doubt.
got everything it takes to beat Georgia, and Georgia has everything it takes to beat Alabama. It's another even game. 6.5 is not that big of a spread. And, you can't discredit this Alabama defense or offense. I think it's the best offense in the SEC when we play confident, and this defense is playing good enough to stop Georgia's offense. It's still lackluster. Yeah, Stetson Bennett, he's got arm talent sometimes, but when he doesn't, maybe he doesn't on Saturday. Maybe he does.
I'll tell you what the best thing Stetson Bennett does is not taking sacks. The man will not take sacks. It's just insane.
He's not going to lose.
The man literally threw we probably had him wrapped up going to the ground probably 6 times. He got out of every single one of them. Yep. Just threw somehow find a way to get rid of the ball. It just blew my mind.
Man's a little midget out there.
The mailman delivers sometimes.
Look,
yeah.
Stetson's not going to win and or lose us this game.
It's going to come down just from a football perspective, straight up. How well does Georgia run the ball against Alabama? Don't say anything because you obviously think you're going to run for 10 yards a carry against our horrible defense. Defense is playing at a very high level. This is the best this defense looks all year. And I knew this was going to happen. I knew this defense was going to eventually come around and step up because that's what Saban defenses do. It's always been this way. The offense is also playing with the most confidence they've played in all year. How well does Georgia execute running the ball against this defense, and how well can Alabama throw the ball against Georgia's defense? That's all it comes down to when you look at the head-to-head Georgia versus Alabama on offense and defense. It's going to be a good game, just outsider perspective, I think it'll be a good game.
I mean, congrats on allowing 22 to Auburn, I guess.
I mean, I would argue it's more like giving up 10 because overtime's fake points. I mean, Auburn allowed us to 10. That's pretty shit.
Oh, Auburn's nobody's. I mean, yeah. Look, all I can sit here and say is Georgia's defense. I'm not going to say they're 10 times better than Auburn's defense because they're not. They're 15 times better than Auburn's defense.
15 times better.
I can't even keep a straight face.
We're playing. We are
Oh,
playing
that
the
was
equivalent to like the 85 Bears, though.
Yeah.
Out of like college football defenses. I don't know. I would argue Alabama's 2012 defense is better than Georgia's defense.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, but
That same 2012 defense that literally almost shit the bed against Georgia. And our high-powered offense led by Aaron Murray, no, not even close. No defense has done what Georgia's defense has done this year, and I would argue it's even more impressive this year than it was in 2012 because of the way offenses play this year in this age. Dude, they're allowing not even like 7 points a game.
yeah, like 6.9. I looked it up. That was pretty
Do you realize how
fire.
insane that is? Do you realize how just incredibly stupid that stat is?
It is pretty stupid.
I don't give a shit who you're playing. Like, that is a stupid stat. Like, it just does not look good for Alabama this weekend.
All right, I'm going to mediate this a little bit. So, Mal, biggest factor in the game for Georgia this Saturday?
Biggest factor in the game, obviously the defense, man. Defense steps up, plays like that defense know it can plays. Alabama doesn't score more than 13 points.
All right, Elkins, biggest factor for Alabama this weekend?
Georgia will not score more than 31 against Alabama. Pretty confident. If they do score more than 31, I think you're going to get into over territory. But at the same time, I don't know. This game's not going to go over. It's going to be pretty similar to the 2018 national championship game, in my opinion. It really comes down to Alabama's defense making big plays, getting turnovers. If that happens, this game's wide ass open. If Alabama does not force any turnovers, Georgia runs the ball effectively, and Stetson Bennett does not lose the game, Georgia's setting themselves up for a lot of success, and it will put more pressure on the offense, Bryce Young, to make clutch passes in the second half, which he can do. He can do that. We've seen him do that in the highest of pressure situations. So, how well can Alabama limit Georgia's run game, and how well can the DBs play for Georgia? If I had to give a score prediction, I'm going to take the Tide 23-21 because I'm on this podcast.
That's cute.
Score prediction? I think I know what it is. I can see it.
You see it. You see it right there.
Tell the people.
This gets into over territory. But
Because
41-10. This game is decided in the first quarter. I'm just going to throw that out there. This game is decided in the first quarter. Yes. What I mean by that,
41-10.
What I mean by that.
What's the score going to be at halftime? Just curious.
Dude, I'm not saying no. When I say this game is decided in the first quarter, I mean if Georgia comes out there and leaves no doubt in that first quarter, and it has a 10-0 to 14-0 lead, and they're feeling confident, then that goes into halftime. Georgia's up 24-3, 24-7 maybe at halftime. And if that happens, this isn't a Georgia team like we've had in the past. They keep the foot on the gas. And like I said, if Kirby can beat y'all 100-0, he will. This game is decided in the first half.
Fair, but do you know who Alabama's backup quarterback is?
Yeah, Bear Bryant's damn grandson.
And I quote, we are fucked. Mal Leonard.
Yep. If he gets in the game.
Yeah, I don't see that happening though. If Bryce Young gets yanked from the game, he probably won't win the Heisman anymore.
No, he won't.
No. If Bryce Young gets yanked from the game, I hope to God Kirby yanks Stetson just out of pure principle and puts JT in. I could give a shit if JT throws 5 interceptions. Like, I feel like you have to at that point. Like, I feel like if Alabama yanks their quarterback, just a mindfuck Saban, you gotta pull Stetson. You just gotta do something.
Saban does not get mind fucked though.
You can't just sit there and let Saban play games with you. That's what Kirby's done in the past. Kirby has to be the one playing games, and I'll tell you what, Kirby's gonna be playing some games.
Kirby's the best checkers player in college football.
But who's the best chess player?
Saban.
Dan Mullen.
Thank you for saying that.
Thank you, Mal.
I'm so glad you're here, Mal.
Josh Heupel.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get let's kind of veer off this little Georgia Alabama thing. Does Dan Mullen end up anywhere? I
don't know.
Who goes after Louisiana Lafayette? We just do a little coach swap.
I really see Dan Mullen in Alabama's
rehab facility.
Yeah, yeah. He'll be the quarterback's coach before too long.
Butch Jones, Notre Dame.
Butch. Saban's personal car washer.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
Luke Fickell's definitely going to Notre Dame. If I could find odds on that, I would hammer the ever-living shit out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty, man. We gotta hustle onto the NFL picks. I'm afraid.
Yes, you do. You have class. Sorry about that, Bubba. So I'm gonna rattle mine off real quick. I love Chargers plus 3.5 this week. I love the 49ers minus 3.5 this week. That's actually my lock of the week. 49ers minus 3.5. It's a very, 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 very bad Seahawks team. I love the 49ers minus 3.5. Give me the Pats versus the Bills over 43.5. I think the Pats continue to put up points. I think the Bills put up some points.
Sweet. Am I up?
Yep. Go ahead.
This is a perfect place to insert the meme. Like, call an ambulance, but not for me. Fade all of my college football bets. Ride all of my NFL bets because I'm going to lose money on Saturday and I'm going to be up big Sunday. Saturday's not do or die. Sunday is where the bucks are made. Call an ambulance, but not for this guy right here. All right, getting started. I really like the Bengals. I think this is one of the best playing teams right now in their division. I think they win this division later on in the season. And they're tough to beat right now. And the Chargers.
They are tough to beat, but in my head, I keep thinking, all right, it's the Bengals. When are they going to collapse? It's got to happen eventually.
Yeah, they're playing with an extreme amount of confidence though, and it's fun to watch. And I'm gonna take them at home against a Chargers team that struggled against Denver, which Denver picked up a huge win last week. Shout out to the Broncos, and they're playing in a huge game Sunday night that I will be betting. Give me my Broncos plus 10. I think that's too many points. Chiefs are playing like the Chiefs right now though, which is scary.
I don't know how they found it, but they found it somehow.
It was going to come around. It just depended how long it was going to come around.
Don't even get me started on the Titans either. Everyone is hurt. Everyone is gone. We have nobody. Kevin Byard's got on the COVID list. I want to jump off a roof. I want to die. I really do.
Did you go heavy on the Titans this past week? Just curious. I know you said you were thinking about it.
I did not bet them.
When the line was like 2.5 though, like 2 weeks ago. That Pats line.
No, I still didn't take it. I thought the Pats. I was just hoping we were competitive. I just hoping we didn't get killed. That's what I was telling everybody. I knew we wouldn't have a chance to win that game.
Speaking of the Pats, I will also be taking them on the money line in Buffalo. This is
big game. Big game. Maybe game of the year so far.
This is the game for the Pats. If they pick this one off, they win the division. Mac Jones wins Rookie of the Year, and they probably have the most confidence going into the playoffs. I think they ride this momentum from starting on this night, this Monday night football game. They ride this momentum all the way into the Super Bowl to lose. That's my hot take.
Now, question. if Derrick Henry does come back first round of the playoffs, and let's theoretically say Julio Jones is healthy, AJ is healthy, Bud Dupree is healthy, right? Everyone is back for the Titans. How far do you think they could go in the postseason?
I think they can also play for a Super Bowl. No
Yeah,
reason why they couldn't. I don't think there's one team in the NFL that has knocked anybody's socks off. And I think the team that
I mean, you
can,
look at the Patriots Titans game last week. I don't know if you guys watched it, but really, we're just if we don't turn the ball over in that game, it's probably a 4-point or less game. We just kept turning the ball over. Tannehill with no AJ, no Julio, he keeps trying to force things. He's trying to do too much.
yeah,
Trying to do too much.
if Tannehill gets tuned up before the postseason and finds his touch, which he can do,
Yeah.
he is a dangerous quarterback. And
Also, I don't
I
know why
argue
in the
top
red
five.
zone we stopped running the ball. We ran for like 250 yards yesterday or Sunday. So why we stopped running the ball in the red zone beats me. But yeah, I think if we stop turning the ball over, we'll be okay. Like that's what killed us against the Texans. That's why we lost is because we had like 6 turnovers. He had like 4 picks. Also,
Oh,
enough with Lamar
no.
Jackson MVP talk. I don't ever want to hear jack shit about him being good ever again till time ends, until I'm in the ground 6 feet deep. Please, no one ever say Lamar Jackson's a good quarterback. Ever. I'm tired of it. The guy's horrendous. He's been awful. Isn't it? Yeah, he had the one MVP season. Great for him. I'm glad he got an MVP because he will never sniff another one in his entire life. He's done. The guy is awful. He's awful. I hate him. I hate the Ravens. I hate them all. I hate them all. The Ravens are a fraudulent team. They haven't played anyone good yet. If they were to play damn, I'm getting ahead of myself. Play the Patriots, they would get destroyed, demolished. They have no weapons on offense. Their defense is lackluster. They are a god awful team. I think the Titans could beat them right now straight up with nobody. I really do. Their defense is that bad. Their offense is that bad. Everyone's hurt for them too. They have no weapons. I think we're a better team, even though we're more hurt than them.
I
I
just
hate the
want
Ravens.
to.
Hate Lamar Jackson. Hate them.
I just
I
want
don't know why the media is so far down his or up his ass. I don't get it. I don't get it. Stephen A. Smith is a clown. Everyone at ESPN is a clown. They have no idea what they're even talking about anymore.
He gets so ahead
The
of
fact that
himself.
they were saying that he was an MVP candidate is stupid. It's idiotic. Sorry, I'm done. I hate Lamar Jackson. I can't. So overrated.
I'm gonna shout out this take I had over a year and a half ago that I know you'll appreciate a lot, Dylan. The Ravens, when Lamar won MVP and were Super Bowl favorites, I believe, they had that year to win the Super Bowl, and they had one more chance for the next 8 years, and it was the following season, and they didn't do it. So this is going to be a mediocre team at best, and if they make the playoffs, it's because the teams around them aren't that good. And unfortunately for them, the Bengals are good. Bengals are going to win that division
They
this
haven't
year.
played yet, right?
They played once, and Bengals won.
The Bengals beat the crap out of them,
Yep.
right? Tired. I'm done with it.
Frauds.
I'm going to sit back and watch the world burn, and aka Baltimore. Baltimore is a disgusting city. Disgusting people there. Done with it. That's my 2 cents on it. Lamar Jackson, you stink. I hate you.
I think I finished my card. I had like a little internet lapse there for a
yeah.
second, but
You're
yeah.
good. That was my card. I'm done, Mal. Do you have any NFL picks or you just rolling with Georgia?
Yeah, I got an NFL pick.
Okay.
Georgia -6.5.
Okay, sure, I'll take that. But any closing remarks from YouTube before this weekend kicks off? I know the group chat's going to be popping. It's going to be a crazy weekend. Mal's actually going to be at the game. Elkins, are you going to be in Colorado? What are you doing? What's your plan?
I don't know where I will be over the next couple days of my life, but I'm gonna go where my heart decides to go because follow your heart.
That's gonna be a bar Saturday night whenever y'all get your ass kicked.
Hey, there's not a better place to lose on planet Earth than Tuscaloosa. Not a better place to win either. So, and if we do beat Georgia, shit's gonna get fucking gnarly.
Now you will not hear the end of it if you guys.
I'm not even gonna talk shit because
from everybody else, you will get antagonized by maybe the world.
You want to know how fucking worried I am that Georgia loses this game? You want to know how worried I am? Zero.
He's not.
I have no doubt in my mind. There's been doubt every single year that we've played Alabama. There's been doubt. There is absolutely zero doubt that has creeped through my head at any point. Any point.
Y'all are overdue.
Yeah, they are overdue, but we'll see what happens. Thank you, Elkins, for coming on the show. As always, you're great, my friend. You're a great gambler. But besides that,
On college basketball loading.
college basketball.
It's
Also,
loading.
I'm upset. I didn't text your boys to take Tennessee last night. That's on me. That was an easy pick.
I'm taking the week off. I mean, if we're being honest, I mean, I like all the picks I have on my card for you guys, but probably going to be taking it easy this week. Small units on all those games.
Yeah, absolutely. But real quick, this is also next week will be the last week, or excuse me. Yes, next week will be the last episode of Man v Line Season 1. We'll probably take like a week break, just a week off, and then we'll hit you with Season 2. Everything's going to look different. It's going to be cool. Going to kind of shift to college basketball. We'll still cover all NFL. We'll still do NFL until that runs out in February. And then we'll obviously do the college bowl games and those roll around. But yeah, we'll kind of shift our focus to college basketball because that is the main sport at the time. And yeah, so thank you for listening, everybody. Be smart with your bankrolls. Be smart with everything. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Without further ado, we will see you next week.